Good morning, boys and girls. Hello, my wonderful 4th and 5th graders. I hope you guys are all doing well in your e-learning. I hope you're turning in all of your assignments, your school assignments, your special assignments. I hope you're getting it all done. I know I still have some kids who haven't really submitted anything, or submitted one thing or two things and they haven't sent any more. So you guys, I don't take off for being late. I don't take any points off for being late. So please just send it in as soon as you can, okay? And you know what? You guys are amazing. So I want to be the one to tell you that if no one has told you that lately. You are amazing and you can do amazing things. So this week, I have a surprise for you. Our project, you're going to love it. It is called a smiling alpaca. Do you know what an alpaca is? Alpaca is a llama, right? So this is what it's going to look like. Now that pink you see on there, that's because I don't believe in wasting paper, and somebody had started painting on that, and I didn't want to waste it, so I went ahead and drew my alpaca on it. But we're going to do it step by step, okay? We're going to do our alpaca. And this week, our learning goals are we are going to be able to make a picture using lines, especially zigzag lines, right? We are also going to learn and understand what texture is, right? Texture. There's two kinds of texture. So you have visual texture, which is something that looks like texture, like on my smiling alpaca, he has fur. So I put lines to make it look like the fur, right? So that's visual texture. It's texture we can see, but if we feel it, does it feel like fur? No, just feels like a piece of paper, right? So then you have tactile texture. Tactile texture is when you touch something and you feel it's bumpy or it's furry or it's soft or whatever. That's actual texture. So that's tactile texture, okay? That's actual texture. We are doing visual texture on our drawing today, okay? And then we are also learning about value. Value is when you have a color and you make different shades of that same color, either lighter or you make tints with it. Tints is lighter, okay, where you add white to the color basically. And then shade is darker, where you've made it darker on the color. So we're going to use values so that, because when you look at an animal's fur or even like your hair, the color is not exactly the same throughout the whole thing. If you were to take your strands apart, right? It'd be like some lighter and some are going to be darker. Well, that's what value is, and that's what we're going to be doing with our llama. Okay, so your I can statements are in your lesson. Now, I am going to show you how to draw the llama. Now, the best thing to do, in my opinion, is to take your paper that's like this, okay? And then we're going to fold it in half like a hot dog, like a big hot dog. And that way it gives us a line of symmetry to start from, okay? So we'll have that to start at. Now, I am going to go over to my resources here, and I'm going to pull something up because I wanted to give you a little bit of information about alpacas, okay? Just a little bit. And then next week I'll go over it more because you're going to do another reflection. But also we're going to be adding some other things to our picture. So even though you get it all colored in and everything this week, don't get rid of it because we're still going to add some more to it, okay? Alpacas are a vital part. This is Peruvian, by the way. This is art from Peru. Alpacas are a vital part of Peruvian culture. When the Incas ruled the area 600 years ago, alpaca's fleece was a major form of currency. Well, what's currency? Currency is money, basically. It's what you get to trade to get things in return. So they used to use the alpaca fur to pay for items that they needed. Even more important than gold or silver, instead of fur, alpacas have fleece, which can be spun into yarn and used to create various textiles. Textiles are cloth and material. Alpacas have the largest variation of colors of any other animal with fur. And their natural fleece can be found in 22 different colors, ranging from white to black and many shades of brown and gray in between. The fleece can also be dyed to create vibrant colors that are found in Peruvian textiles. Alpacas adorned with brightly colored tassels and pom-poms are often involved in their celebrations. So in Peru, they even celebrate a National Alpaca Day. How about that? A National Alpaca Day. They decorate their alpacas and they parade them around the streets. How cool is that, right? That'd be a lot of fun to see. Anyways, so that tells us, now fleece, they say fleece instead of fur. Usually like hoodies and sweatshirts have fleece inside to keep you warm, because fleece really works to keep you warm. So that's what fleece is, okay? So now some of your, we're learning about value. I told you, oh, and by the way, on these smiling alpacas, when you go to color them in, you can use your pencils, you can use paint if you want to, you can use crayon, whatever it is that you want to use to color them in. I haven't colored this one in yet, as you can see, but I do have different shades of brown. I have darker and I have lighter. So I'm going to be coloring that in, and I will post it afterwards. But right now, we're going to do a step-by-step together. I'm going to turn my phone, okay? Bear with me so that you can see, you'll be able to see what I am doing. Okay? All right, so now you can see that. Okay, so we have our crease. First thing we're going to do in our crease is make somewhat of an upside down triangle, but we don't want it to be like a perfect triangle, okay? So it can have like a bump in it or something. This is the alpaca's nose. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm using my black Sharpie so that you guys can see. I'm gonna color it in. And I would love for you guys, if you have a Sharpie or black marker, to trace over your lines after you draw this with pencil, okay? So I have a nose. That's all I have is a nose, right? You can see that? Now I am going to come down from the nose and come up around here, and then I'm gonna put a little line that way. Then I'm gonna come down from this side, do the same thing, just like that. Okay, now was that hard? See, that's what it looks like. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put his mouth. I'm just going to make a U shape right here, and then another U shape, leaving a little bit of space. Okay, so that's his mouth right there. And then I am going to come over here and make this up. Just take a diagonal line, bring it up, and then I am going to put a vertical lines. And his eyes are closed, so we're just going to do a curved lines. Curved lines are important You know that? We use a lot of curved lines for a lot of different things. Okay, so here we go. Got this much, right? All right, so now I am going to make the ears. Now, when you do it like this, it kind of looks like horns, huh? And that's what we're gonna do here, but these are the ears, all right? And then I am going to use my handy dandy zigzag line to go all around here. I'm gonna come down here. Okay, can you see that? All right. Now, on the top here, he has like hair tufts. So it's, again, zigzag lines, but like they're curved zigzag. They're not straight up and down, okay? They're not just straight zigzags. Okay, and there you have it, right? And then I'm gonna go in the ear, and I'm gonna put a line up here and a little zigzag here. And I'm gonna do the same thing in here because it's gonna look like he's kind of got fur over there. Okay, and then if I wanna close it in, I can. And then we're only gonna see his neck. And again, another zigzag, right? So I'm just gonna do zigzag all the way down here. Okay, so can you see that? There he is. So now I'm gonna start putting in, with my marker, some texture. So I'm gonna put in some lines over here, like just to show it goes down there. And if I want to put a little bit of whiskers, you can do that. And then to make the fur, the texture, make it look like fur, we're just gonna put lines, curved lines, like all around, okay? And I like to do it too in the black marker, and that's why, one of the reasons why I want you to outline everything is because then when you color it, you just color over it, but the black marker is still gonna show, so it still looks like they have fur, right? Because if you cover it completely and you don't do that, then it's not gonna look like there's fur on your llama, on your alpaca, right? Okay, so see, now we have what looks like fur, okay? So now is where I'm going to start coloring. So this color is a very light brown. Now you can do it whatever colors you want, okay? So I'm gonna start it with this light brown color, all right? And then to give it value, okay, I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna put a little bit of some darker brown in there, okay? I'm just kind of mixing them in, right? Because you can do that with crayons too. Then I've got an even darker one, right? Over here. So I'm gonna put a little of that in too, okay? So that's what I want you to do. Now, I could even put like some eyelashes if I want to, right? I bet they have really cute eyelashes, okay? So I put a little eyelashes on there. And now, like I said, I'm just gonna color it all in. I wanna make sure that it's colored in really, really nicely. I may do this part a little bit darker, but for value, that's light and dark, okay? So that's what I want to see in here when you color them, or paint them in, or use colored pencils, whatever you want to do, okay? However you want to color them in. Now, I would not suggest using marker to color this in because I don't imagine that would end well. It probably would not come out really well. Because we have such big spaces. If you want to use marker on your little spaces, like here on your lips or something, or like in the ear or in the tuft here, you could do that. But right now, I just want you to use, marker to outline, a black marker preferably, because that makes it pop. That helps give us contrast because, you know, white, the black against the white and the other colors, black is the darkest color there is. So, boys and girls, I hope that you enjoy this. It's fun. I'm enjoying doing it. I'm going to get mine colored in and then I'll post it. But this is your assignment for this week. Next week, now when you submit these colored in, I want to see them colored in with value, the texture, the line, zigzag, all that, okay? But do not get rid of them after you submit them because we still have more to add to this, okay? And we're going to do a reflection and we're going to do some fun decorations on this, okay? And it's not going to be part of this paper. So I'm just giving you a hint. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but it's not going to be part of this paper. So boys and girls, I hope you have an incredible rest of the week and hopefully we'll be in the classroom before you know it. I miss all of you and I love all of you and I will talk to you later. Bye for now.